You are Locked On Coogs, your daily podcast on the Houston Cougars, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
First, I remind you today's show is brought to you by Omaha Steaks, the best Christmas or holiday gift you can get. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite, and right now you can save on the unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you can score an extra $30 off with promo code COLLEGE. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites from legendary steaks to mouthwatering desserts and more. You can save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code COLLEGE. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with promo code COLLEGE, COLLEGE. Minimum purchase may apply. Parker Angel, Locked On Coogs host. You're talking about the portal and the transfer portal, and really the first full Willie Frits window after a year of Willie Frits coaching the Houston Cougars with the transfer portal. We talked a lot thus far today about what could be coming in the portal, but I think a lot of the talk around your water coolers or talk at your coffee shops or whatever about Houston Cougar football and the transfer portal might actually be about the guys going out. And I don't think we're done with seeing people leave Houston. Transfer portal does that. It giveth and it taketh away. But some very notable names are in the transfer portal. Jonah Wilson, who by most accounts would have been Houston's best corner last year, a year after Isaiah Hamilton, the best corner the year before, did the same thing, has entered his name into the transfer portal. It's 2 years in a row you're looking to top corner into that portal. We'll see where Wilson ends up. I would bet he goes to a big-time program. He's a really, really talented ball hawk kind of corner. We shall see. Jonah Wilson is in the transfer portal. Now, as a young guy without a whole lot on film, he was a big-time high school recruit. I am interested to see what happens to Jonah Wilson in the portal. I could see him getting his feet wet, seeing what's out there and coming back. I could see him putting his feet in the portal to see what Houston does at quarterback. If Houston looks like they might have a pass-happier offense, he may come back, right? I could see him jumping in the portal and going to a big-time program because he was a big-time recruit, right? He was a high-end 4-star wide receiver. And so we'll see what Jonah does. I'm sure he will have options, but I also know he turned down some of those big-time football options to come play at Houston. And so if they can reconcile whatever or figure something out and assure him that he will be a featured target at some point in his career of a passing offense, he may want to stay. I don't know all the ins and outs of exactly what all's going on there, but we'll see what kinds of things they need to figure out if he were to. Parker Jenkins, I think, is the one that gut punched me the hardest. Parker Jenkins was a big-time freshman running back that did not see much time at all as a sophomore. I still think Parker Jenkins in the right system can be a very effective running back at the Division I level. Parker has had some trouble with pass blocking and things like that, but on the whole, he's the kind of kid that you want representing your city and university. He's very much shown that. He caught my attention when, amongst a bunch of transfer portal nonsense in the spring of 2023, he very quickly was like, "Hey, we got me. We'll be all right." And like just the confidence and bravado, that was great. He's always been for Houston, about Houston. And so wherever he goes, I'm going to have a hard time not rooting for him. He's already posted a handful of offers, it looks like, on social media to, like, Western Michigan and East Carolina, right, and those kind of things. So we'll follow that wherever, but really, really hope he finds a landing spot where he can see more time on the field because the kid can run. The biggest gut punch, I think, to the larger audience, and admittedly it hit me too, I just am a fan of Parker Jenkins, but the biggest thing was Joseph Manjack IV, with 1 year of eligibility left, entered the transfer portal. Joseph Manjack's been a fan favorite for a long time. Was a big catch against UTSA a couple of years ago. Um, I don't want to think about the throw he had against BYU, but he had big catches against UTSA. I guess also the home game against UTSA. He had a forced fumble that felt like it was going to save the game at one point after Houston had thrown an interception in 2023. Just a big time playmaker, no gloves, shoulder pads sticking out of a super tight jersey, number 0. Just a lot of things that kind of led to him being the kind of guy that was easy to root for, easy to like. And, he's got 1 year left, 1 year left of college football. He started off at USC, originally from Tomball, came back to Houston, right? And I don't fault him for this, and I hope it's just like the other guys that we've listed so far, and I hope you don't either. But he's got 1 year before going to the NFL to prove he's an NFL caliber wide receiver. Without knowing the situation at Houston, and with the ability to know what is happening elsewhere, he's got to find somewhere where he sets himself up for the best and most success, given how much is riding on his next and final college football season. I'm rooting for him wherever he goes. Now, I hope he's going somewhere that doesn't play Houston, but I also just have, I have a gut feeling, we'll say that that he is going somewhere that plays Houston, and somewhere not that far away. Part of the reason he came back from USC was to be closer to home, right? And ultimately, he's looking around at the wide receiver room from last year, where he played with Matthew Golden and Sam Brown, and seeing the success they had, Golden especially, and he's like, I need to go get that. Matt and Sam might be NFL guys now. I mean, Matt definitely is an NFL guy now. Joseph's got to go do that, and I don't fault him for it without knowing what I guess we know what Nagels brings from his time at Tulane, but without knowing the quarterback situation for sure and things like that, got to go see what's out there. It's going to be hard to see him. It's going to be hard to see PJ. It's going to be hard to see Jonah Wilson. It's going to be hard to see Jeremiah Wilson, all these guys in other jerseys, right? And I guess I list those four as the most surprising to a lot of people. Unfortunately, do not think Houston's done losing guys to the transfer portal. I just don't. I think you're going to see a lot more social media posting about it in the next few days. But truthfully, I bet there are a lot of guys that's names are in those portal websites on the internal side that just haven't told the public yet, because they may want to come back if things don't go like they want it to or whatever. Anticipate losing more guys. Now, they've kept some guys that I didn't know they would be able to keep, like Boogie and Rashawn. But regardless, transfer portal giveth, transfer portal taketh away. And we're talking about the transfer portal and all things defensive coordinator hires as those happen, whatever, here at Locked on Coogs. So hit subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're live. We bring the latest as soon as we can. If Houston makes a big-time signing, we'll try and post a quick short on it. We'll try and do live shows when we can. And I am a teacher and coach, so I have a day job too. But Locked on Coogs bring the latest on the Houston Cougars each and every day. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.